Wild Camping Scotland, sponsored by Atropa IT Solutions. Good morning! 3 weeks completed, a minimum of 1 more to go. I reckon I've got 2 more weeks in me until I get to where I'm going to. Look at the state of me. All my face is all creased up. Ooh. Yeah, very cold night. Whoo! That's the coldest I've had. But I was okay once I got warm in my sleeping bag. It's just when you get up in the morning and have to pack your tent up and you're going and you don't want to do it. But we're done. I've got it all packed up. I'm just going to have a cup of coffee and then we'll get on his way. Carry on his trip up the river towards Tom and Toole. That was by far the coldest night I've had so far. Look at that. I left that out overnight. Get a cup of coffee and let's get on his way. It's a lovely... No wonder it was cold, it's a blue sky. It took me an hour to warm up in bed last night, but no, it was alright once I got settled in. Right, I'm going to just start today with a little riddle for you. See if you can work this one out. 3 ladies go to a hotel and said, can we have a room for 3 people, please? So the man behind the desk says, yes, that's £30 for the room, please. So each of the 3 ladies gives £10 each. Are you still with me? Okay. They go up to the room, and then the man on reception realises it's Tuesday. It's only £25 on a Tuesday, so he's overcharged them. So he sends the little boy, the little bellboy, up to the room with the £5. Okay? The boy says, here's £5, we overcharged you, sorry, it's only £25 today. And the ladies said, oh, well, there's 3 of us, we can't split £5 between 3 of us. So what they did is they just took £1 each. Okay? Leaving £2, which they gave to the bellboy as a tip. Are you still with me? Yeah? Okay. So basically, all 3 women have now paid £9, and the bellboy got £2. You add that up. 3 times 9 is 27, and the £2 for the bellboy is 29. It was £30 originally. What happened to the other £1? Ooh! Work that one out. You'll be thinking about that all day. So there I was yesterday worried about starting a campfire. If I'd have gone towards the bridge... Unbelievable. Can't believe they've left that crap in there though, but I could have had a fire after all. Never mind. So I'm trying to take a shortcut to get to the old military road. And it's an actual walk on here, so it shouldn't be too bad. As long as I've got boots on by the look of it. Which I have. So let's go. Up here, it's going to be all uphill now, I know it is. You're not going to believe this. I'll just get my camera out to film this really weird cloud here and show you the day. And just over here something started coming across and I thought, is it a rabbit? Looked closer, it was a cat. Now, could that be a wild cat? Or is it just a farm cat? There is a house about half a mile away. Definitely just had a cat just come across here. I'll keep filming, hoping that I get it in view again. It was like a black and ginger striped type thing. Wow, I wish I'd have got that on film so I could study it later. That could have been one of the very rare to find, certainly to see, wild cats. Okay, this is getting creepier. Not far from where the wild cat was. Look what's on the floor here. I think that's a rabbit. Now if it's a domestic, if that's from the cat, a domestic cat wouldn't have caught and be eating that. Well, it's old anyway. I might have just seen a wild cat. Oh, it's just one of them things, isn't it, which you can never confirm. You're never going to know for sure. You can always have in the back of your head, I might have seen a wild cat. If there's anyone down here at this farm I saw, Andrew, it's nearly a mile away. I'm going to ask them if they've got a cat. Well, I spoke to a guy in a Land Rover, and they haven't got a cat. So I did see a wild cat because there's no other houses for miles from here. But whether it was a full breed wild cat, which are the rare ones, or it was one which was bred with a domestic cat, I don't know. I'll never know. Because I can't remember what it looked like now. It was just so quick it came across. But wow, it was a wild cat anyway. I didn't think in my wildest dreams I'd see a wild cat. Certainly not in this part. Anyway, where am I? I've just got onto, or I'm just coming onto the old military road. And I'm going to follow it up here, and all these lines you can see, it's all uphill. It's going to be a nightmare. And I'm planning on getting to about here tonight. Maybe where this bit of water is. So, a long uphill walk. I don't like these. This is what I'm not looking forward to about the next few days. 3-4 days. No trees. That's last of your trees. It's going to just look like that all the time. Which is just basically moorland, heathland, heatherland, whatever you want to call it. But God, it's going to be boring as this bit. Just have a listen for a minute. Now this area is covered in them. I think they're grouse. There's hundreds of them everywhere. Now there's a thing about grouse. You've got grouse and you've got famous grouse. Now the famous grouse, I wouldn't say they're rare, but they're certainly more special. They're actually 40% alcohol. So if you ever get lucky enough to catch a famous grouse, just pulp it up, put it in a blender, get all the juices out, and it's 40% alcohol. What can I possibly find to talk about here, really? I might as well just switch my camera off. There's just nothing here. There's nothing. There's just these ducky things, these grouse or whatever they are, all over the place. Apart from that, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Can you see them? A group of bambies. They're asleep in heather. And they've just run away. 3 or 4 bambies. They were very quiet. I had to look at first. I thought it was just a very, very big rabbit. And then I thought, no, it's not, you know. It's one of them Bambi things. Some deer, cool. About time too. This is where all animals are, you know. All quackies and Bambis and stuff. Where there's no houses at all, it's just there's nothing here. Yeah, I'm starting to like this wildlife a bit now. Well, I've come from right down there, which is about 2 miles away, believe it or not. All the way up this hill. And it is quite a steep hill in places, it's still going uphill. And a guy's just come past on a bike. He's cycled all the way up without stopping. And he was at least 60. He says, I'm not doing bad for an old un. But wow, what fitness he must have. I've stopped 5 or 6 times. This is dull. It's just hills everywhere. Hundreds of hills. You've got Mummy Hill, Daddy Hill, Baby Hill, Benny Hill, Jimmy Hill, Damon Hill. It's just hills everywhere. You know, it'd be so nice if, I don't know if there were just a pub on the way, or a fairground or something. Anything. A McDonald's. Just something to break it up a bit, you know? Sort of crowding it all into these towns and villages and cities all around Britain. Spread it out a bit, there's loads of room. Well, that's a bit creepy. I saw something like that the other day. A little basket on a fence just over a stream. I'm guessing the traps to catch, I don't know, rats or squirt. What would you try to catch, really? I don't know. There's something in it, but I can't see what it is. I don't think it's an animal. There's a stone in there, I think, to weigh it down, I don't know. But what are these traps for? Somebody tell me. That's the end of the road, the old military road, which basically they've tarmacked over and used it as a proper road now. But it didn't stop here. It carries on. They've obviously carried it on up there, but it used to bend around here, and the old military road went over here, so that's where I'm going, through the valley there, and we'll come to a village at some point called Cockbridge. I'm only going this way for one reason. I just think it sounds very, very funny. So let's go to Cockbridge and see what's there. I won't be there today, it'll be tomorrow, but it just makes you giggle like a little 2-year-old, doesn't it? We're off to Cockbridge. I thought we were in for wet feet then, but we're not, because look at this. The old bridge is still here. Like, we're talking hundreds of years. I don't know when it is. I don't know the history of this military road. I'm going to have to look it up when I get home. But basically, it's something to do with the Jacobites, and I think the English invading. I don't know. I'll let you know if I find anything out on the internet. But this is clearly, it's hundreds of years ago. I do know that much. But this is clearly the original bridge. Wow, you can just imagine soldiers walking over this hundreds of years ago. This is fantastic. Real ankle breaking stuff though, all these stones. Oh, this is wonderful. I'll be stopping here and having a little cuppa, I think. Yeah, I can cope with this. I might even camp here. By the way, this is what I'm doing for my drinks on this trip. When I stop at night, I obviously boil water and have a coffee or whatever, something warm. Through the day, I just want something cold. And you shouldn't do this, and I don't advise anyone to do it, but anytime I see fast running water coming off the hill, I'm just scooping up some water and sticking one of these in. They're supposed to be like energy tablets. They're actually very nice. Just takes away any nasty tastes to the water, but I think it's pretty fresh anyway. The water around here. I've done it for 2-3 weeks now and I've not been ill, so fingers crossed that continues. Funnily enough though, when I did put my cup in to get the water, I saw a fish in the water, it swam off. So it's probably full of fish poo and fish eggs and fish sex and stuff, but I'm sure it'll still taste nice. People eat caviar, don't they? Someone tell me what these are, please. They're dotted over in a line going across the moor. They're numbered. I thought there might be beehives to start with, but it just looks like a posh little garden on top of a box. I've already come further than I expected to today. I think I'm going to end up over here. There's some trees over there. Can't see it very well. Small forest over there, so I'm going to be in there tonight. Hopefully get a fire going. We'll see. And here's another identical, beautiful military bridge. I love them. I love them with the grass going over the top like that. That's fantastic. So, I now know I'm 1 kilometre away from my trees over there.
Fantastic. We've made good time today. I'm impressed. We can settle down and we can chill out at a camp somewhere. Another trap. I'm obsessed. Definitely a trap. There's a trap inside it. I can see that. What is it to catch? Someone tell me what these are for. Okay, we're here. Another 400 metres. And I think this is going to be the best campsite I've had. It's right next to the stream. Let me just try and zoom in. Or river, I don't know what it is yet. Stream. So in there, near the stream, there's absolutely zero anything. Completely in the wild here. A few grouses I can hear. But yeah, this is going to be absolutely ideal. On my own with nature tonight in there, loving it. Well, I thought the other bridges were amazing, but that one's even better. I can't get across the stream here without getting my feet wet, so I'm going to have to try and climb over this. It looks like it's going to collapse. What an amazing ancient thing, look at that. Wow. God, I'm going to literally have to climb up here, not walk. Ugh. Whew. Well, I found my spot for tonight. You don't get flatter and more perfect than that. Get them twigs up and that's spot on. I've got the river just here. A little bit noisy, I'm a little bit close, but I just like this particular spot. So, let's get on with it. Let's get set up. I'm in my tent, look. Right, I've decided I'm going to try a fire tonight. I'm going to try a fire. Because this isn't bad at all, it's just pine needles all fallen. So I've just scraped them all to one side, got down to the bare mud, and there's loads of dead wood. It's just all over the place, so yeah, this is going to be a good night. We're going to have a fire, guys. My first fire, I'm going to be a fire starter. A twisted fire starter. Oh, my pile's coming along nicely. They're what us professional survivalists call diddy twigs. They're midi twigs. They're twigs. And now I need some daddy twigs. I'm just looking at some of these trees which have fallen down. And I've got this, what do they call it, a Laplander saw. So we're giving this a go. Just get a bit of wood together and then wait till it's dark. So we have it all ready for when it gets dark. I'm not using much wood, guys, because I don't want a fire all night. Maybe just an hour, you know, chilling out. I'm only doing it for you, really. I could do without a fire, but I suppose it will make me feel nice and warm. But yeah, I don't know, I can always get more if I need more, but that's enough for now. And this is what I'm going to try and light it with. I got these wonderful packs, which I showed you in one of my first videos, from Amanda and her daughter. Basically, tinder packs, yeah? And I used a lot of it when I had my stove, my Kelly kettle stove. I used a lot of things on that, and some of the things I don't even know what you did with them. I didn't know what they were. But I've just kept a few more bits. I've got some char cloth, some kind of leaf, I think that is, or more char cloth. Is that pine wood? Not sure. And I've got these tampons still soaked in Vaseline, and I know I can light them because I've been doing it all the time. So we should have enough. I've got my fire sparky thing somewhere, and yeah, we'll do it as soon as it gets dark. Quite looking forward to this. Right, we're all ready to go, and I've added something to it, a bit of DIY. I need somewhere to sit, you see. I can't just sit on the floor. So I've made this. Don't laugh, don't laugh. It works. It's very wobbly, don't get me wrong, but I can lean against it and it's going to be alright. You know, I don't have to sit down properly, I just have to, like, lean on it. Yeah, it's alright, is that? I might be a bit close to the fire, but we'll see how we get on. You coming down for your supper, darling? There. Oh, my little baby. Want something to eat? My little baby, here you are. Oh. It's there. Oh, what, you're running away? Oh, what kind of a stupid... Oh, what are you eating? I'm trying to feed you. Typical teenager. Boo. Okay, so you want me to try and get a fire going, do you? Right, let's have a go. It's a bit dark, really. But I'll give it a go, Bear with me, yeah? Okay, so I've got 2 tampons, which I've fluffed up and opened up, which have been soaked in Vaseline, remember? Let's get a light to it. This is the easy bit. Look at that. Look at it go. Right, I'm going to stick a piece of pine wood on there, because I know that burns forever. If I can get that lit, we're going to be laughing. And I'll just build it up gradually with a couple of twigs. There, I've got a beautiful fire started. So there's 2 brooms hanging in a cupboard. And they start, you know, they get to know each other and they're getting on really well. So they decided to get married. So they became bride broom and groom broom. Okay? They had a beautiful wedding, lovely reception. And then later at night, bride broom said to groom broom, "We're going to have a baby broom." He said, "That's impossible, we've never even swept together." Dan's socks roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost biting at me nose. Ging-gang-gooly, gooly, 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 ging-gang-goo, ging-gang-goo. Okay, I'll leave you with that, guys. I'll leave you with a final thought. Remember, this is the oldest you have ever been. It's also the youngest you will ever be. So enjoy this day and make the very most of it. See you all later. Good night. Goodbye. Have a lovely one. Well, you asked for more videos, so don't miss the all-new lineup for 2015. Deep Fried Dan returns every Monday, cooking concoctions in the kitchen.
Ow, disgusting! People are eating this all across the world. Ooh! Right, I've mixed it all together. If it's meant to be a dough, it's not.
Wednesdays are all about travel, following my adventures in wild camping Scotland. Boo. Okay, so you want me to try and get a fire going, do you? Got Mummy Hill, Daddy Hill, Baby Hill, Benny Hill, Jimmy Hill, Damon Hill. It's just hills everywhere. Fridays see the return of metal detecting as I continue my search for history and treasure. Bang, 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 bang. I think I found some gold. It's a gold ring. It's a gold ring. It's a gold ring. And with more wild camping on Sunday and possibly even more thrown in through the nights, you can be sure I'm here to annoy you all week and every week. Click subscribe and join me next time, only on YouTube.